Astronauts, during spacewalks, face the danger of their fingernails detaching from their nail beds, a condition called fingernail delamination. Alfredo sauce was created in 1914 by Alfredo Di Lelio in order to please his pregnant wife. He was a genius. Looking at an aquarium for 10 minutes delivers significant health benefits, such as improving people's mood, reduced heart rates and blood pressure. A man who lost his vision and hearing in an accident. After 9 years, he had his senses restored after being struck by lightning while chasing his pet chicken during a storm. Blind and deaf dude running around in a storm after a chicken who may or not be there having his sight and hearing restored suddenly by lightning is such an amazing concept. For selflessly risking his life to save the chicken, he was granted his sight and hearing back. Adobe's developing audio editing software that, when combined with new facial reenactment / manipulation software, can essentially allow anyone on the internet to create realistic video of anyone saying anything. Nothing bad will ever come out of this. I think Coolsville sucks. Han Solo was frozen in carbonite because Harrison Ford was not yet signed on for Return of the Jedi and the producers were unsure if he would come back. Female stars make 77% more money than their male counterparts. An episode of Peppa Pig had to be banned in Australia because it teaches children that spiders aren't so scary. They thought it was too dangerous to teach Australian kids that spiders are not to be feared. There was a video game released in 1994 about Shaquille O'Neal traveling to another dimension to battle an evil mummy. Shaq Fu is deemed one of the worst video games ever made. In 2013, PayPal mistakenly credited $92,233,728,574 $800 to a man from Pennsylvania, momentarily making him the world's first trillionaire and quadrillionaire. In 2013, the Wall Street Journal discovered a cache of files that revealed the United States government lobotomized over 2,000 World War II veterans against their will for reasons such as PTSD, depression, and schizophrenia. Before the mid-19th century, dentures were commonly made with teeth pulled from the mouths of dead soldiers. All Fruit Loops are the same flavor, the only difference between the loops is their color. The deceased are still capable of getting goosebumps. The highest paid athlete of all time was a Roman charioteer who would be worth $15 billion in today's money. Blowing out birthday candles increases bacteria on cake by 1,400%. China owns all of the pandas in the world and rents them out to other countries for $1 million a year. The only exception to this is the 2 pandas that China gifted to Mexico in the 70s, but with agreement that if they had offspring, China would own them. A 74-year-old woman lay dead for a decade in her apartment before someone found her body. She lived in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and have died by natural causes. Since she was not officially dead, her pension would be paid every month and the bills would be automatically paid. No one noticed. 71% of Americans aged 17 to 24 are ineligible to join the military, primarily because they are too overweight or too poorly educated, or they have a record of serious crime or drug abuse. The name for the division symbol is called an obelus. Universal Studios, Jurassic Park, the ride, cost twice as much to make as the actual Jurassic Park film. Ladybugs are the bugs and they're crawling with STDs. Humans are the best long-distance runners on the planet, able to beat natural running animals, horses and dogs, in marathon distance races. Barbara's full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts. Every year 90,000 birds die from flying into New York City buildings. Escalators in shopping malls are often placed strategically to force shoppers to pass as many storefronts as possible. Alaska is 429 times larger than Rhode Island, but Rhode Island has a larger population than Alaska. It would only take about 1 ounce of honey to fuel a bee for a flight around the world. Buzz.
Say something. You like jazz?
The Earth makes a complete rotation once every 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4 seconds. In Albania, nodding your head means no and shaking your head means yes. Only female mosquitoes drink blood. There is no evidence that Vikings had horns on their helmets. Female kangaroos have 3. The holes in Swiss cheese are technically called eyes. Former President George W. Bush was once a cheerleader. Some teachers have their students play the heads up 7-up game so they can figure out who the cheaters are. The smallest erect penis ever recorded was 1 centimeter long. You can donate blood to your future self. It's possible to win a game of chess in just 2 moves, known as the Fool's Mate. The first mascot of Mountain Dew was Willie the Hillbilly with the slogan, "It'll tickle your innards." The traditional storybook ending, "and they all lived happily ever after," originally read, "happily until their deaths."
Died in a tornado.
Technically, the female version of dude is dudline, not dudette. Has been observed in penguins and chimpanzees. Pregnant women can develop cravings for non-food items like dirt, hair, paint and even toilet paper.
Do you have TP? Me. TP for my bunghole?
There is a ghost town in Oregon named Idiotville, apparently named because you would be an idiot to live there. You produce enough saliva every day to fill a wine bottle. You will need to drink 12,646 gallons of water in your lifetime to stay alive. 3 United States presidents, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, all died on the 4th of July. Disney's Epcot theme park was originally meant to be a utopian city with a population of 20,000. Homosexual behavior has been found in over 1,500 species. Homophobia is found in only 1. Human blood is cheaper than printer ink. The United States Postal Service will still deliver an item with incorrect postage if it resembles a greeting card, especially in December. There is a Church of Google that believes Google is the closest humans have come to encountering God, and that Google is a she. Play-Doh was originally invented as a wallpaper cleaner. Israel is the only country in the world with a mandatory military service requirement for women. 79% of United States paper money is contaminated with traces of About 10% of women have never experienced an milk delivered to the store today was in the car 2 days ago. Millions of trees are accidentally planted by squirrels who bury nuts and then forget where they hid them. More people die by at the Golden Gate Bridge than at any other site in the world, over 1,200 since 1937. A ripped dollar bill still has its face value, as long as the remaining piece is larger than half. There is a hidden alien in every episode of South Park. Drinking a tall glass of water helps suppress hunger. The hump on a camel stores fat, not water. For about 95% of men, one hangs lower than the other. It takes 8 hours to mow the White House lawn. A United States dollar bill is 0.0043 inches thick. It takes $233 bills to make a stack 1 inch high. The owner of Segway, Jimmy Heselden, died from riding off a cliff on a Segway. Dr. Seuss wrote Green Eggs and Ham after his editor challenged him to write a story using no more than 50 different words. Flying in a plane is safer than driving in a car. A theme park in Mexico offers tourists a simulation of an illegal border crossing for $20 a person. Jello is made of gelatin, a substance made from the bones and hides of animals. Albert Einstein was offered the presidency of Israel in 1952, but he declined. The adhesive on all Israeli postage stamps is certified kosher. Many flowers are hermaphrodites, they have both male and female organs. An adult human head weighs between 8 and 12 pounds. Dragonflies have barely changed at all in the last 300 million years. The tallest mountain in the solar system is Olympus Mons on Mars at 14 miles, nearly 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Damn it I'm mad, spelled backwards is, damn it I'm mad.
Arizona backwards is still Arizona. It's a Palomino.
a type of soup popular in China, is made of edible birds' nests. Each year you will shake hands with 6 people who have recently and haven't cleaned up. Cows moo in regional accents. Dogs get sprayed by skunks so often because skunks lift their tails as a warning. Dogs see this as, "Come smell my butt," which is the exact opposite message from what the skunk is trying to send. Koala bear fingerprints are almost indistinguishable from human fingerprints. A forensic scientist suggested that koala bears were unlikely to be at the scenes of crimes, but police should be aware of the possibility. One of the first soldiers to charge the beach on D-Day was a Canadian bagpiper, who only survived because he said German snipers thought he was too crazy to shoot. When Ellen DeGeneres came out as gay on her sitcom in the 90s, ABC then put a parental warning on the intro. Hawaiian pizza was not invented in Hawaii, but rather by a Greek Canadian in Chatham, Ontario, Canada in 1962. Famed child star Shirley Temple served as the United States ambassador to both Czechoslovakia and Ghana. In South Korea, men who win gold medal in Olympics do not have to participate in the 2-year mandatory military program. There are more Google searches for Justin Bieber than for Jesus. Minnie Mouse's first name is actually Minerva. No American has died of old age since 1951. That was the year the government removed that classification from death certificates. Astronauts left mirrors on the moon so that laser beams can be bounced off of them from Earth to measure the distance with precision. Dogs are sometimes placed with cheetahs to help keep them calm. The middle finger originated in ancient Greece as a symbol for intercourse. There are actually more pyramids in Sudan than in Egypt. Cannibalism has been observed in over 1,500 species.